This is, look at the rest of these. If you want a small, here's the sign. Here it is right here. Sold out. Right there. Oh, okay. Well, let me get a medium. Sold out. Let me get a large. Sold out. Let me get an extra large. Sold out. Hey, 2XL. Sold out.
Drama in the WNBA just reached new heights. Sophie Cunningham's jersey sold out in minutes, leaving rival players eyeing their own merchandise, which remains on the shelves. Are fans truly rallying behind Sophie, or is this a smart marketing move? The frustration is palpable, and egos are clearly wounded. Stay tuned as we delve into the chaos surrounding the jersey frenzy, the underlying shade, and the hilarious responses that have unfolded. It's a wild ride you won't want to miss.
I'm so excited. Like when I say that I am refreshed and I am motivated and I just like kind of feel like my spark is back. Everyone thinks I've been feisty. You've not even seen the feisty side of me yet. So this should be really...
Indeed, it's the same Sophie known for her fiery play style, bringing the intensity of a caffeinated chihuahua and the boldness of someone who's never heard the phrase calm down. Now in Indiana, she's signaling that her focus is on winning, not making friends, and maybe igniting some on-court rivalries in the process. Her fearless spirit is sure to shake things up, and fans are eager to see what drama unfolds as she takes the court.
Maybe your initial conversations with the coaching staff as they maybe discuss what this season could be like both for the team and for you.
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of Stephanie White, and I'm not kidding. We, in college, we played, she coached against me and whatnot, and so we've known each other for quite a long time, and since I've been in the league, I was like, hey, when are you gonna coach me? You know, like it was always just kind of a running joke, and it's been one for the past like 3 or 4 years, and so to finally all kind of come together just at the right time, I'm stoked. I think she's a heck of a coach. I love her offense. I love her approach to games and her approach to her players and the relationship she has with their players.
Upon her grand entrance, Sophie strolled into the press conference, exuding a confidence that makes it clear she's already envisioning her spot in the Fever's starting lineup. It's only a matter of time before she's trash-talking opponents, engaging in intense stare-downs, and playfully waving goodbye to defenders she just breezed past. Her bold demeanor promises some thrilling moments on the court as she settles into her new role with the team.
Where's he? Oh, I love this. It's like I'm a rookie all over again. Oh!
That's great. That's great. Like she's a rookie all over again. I heard Cece laughing at the end, so I guess Caitlin Clark's in the room.
Sophie's competitive edge is so fierce it could slice through steel. If you assumed the Fever would quietly ascend the standings this season, think again. Cunningham is here to ignite the competition. Forget slow and steady progress. She's bringing an explosive, in-your-face style that embodies chaos. Expect her to fiercely battle for every loose ball as if it were the final slice of pizza. With her relentless drive, the Fever are set for an electrifying season ahead.
Here she is entering the locker room, and just a forewarning, this is not a lot of basketball talk video. This is just a lot of like fun, like Sophie Cunningham has arrived team talk. And if you listen closely, you do hear the voice of none other than Caitlin Clark laughing in the background.
Oh gosh, this is the first time I've seen my jersey. Oh, I love this. It's like I'm a rookie all over again.
But the true story isn't just that she's joined the team. It's the bold statement she's making through her presence. While her words may have shifted, the underlying message is unmistakable. I'm here to win, and I won't hesitate to tackle anyone in my way. It may not be subtle, but it's undeniably effective in signaling her determination.
Yeah, you guys will learn that if I'm not in the gym, I'm normally by the pool. And so I was actually poolside when I found out. And, you know, there's a lot of emotions just because I have been out there for so long. But to be honest, my original thought was like, oh, heck yeah. Like, we're about to go win a championship. Like, that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people. It's about the culture. I learned a lot out there, but now I'm ready to move on to something bigger, something better, and have a lot of really great players around me to, you know, seriously go win a championship.
The moment Sophie donned that Indiana Fever jersey, the internet erupted in a frenzy. It felt like a national emergency, but instead of seeking disaster relief, fans scrambled to snag a tank top featuring her name on the back. Who knew that polyester could spark such hysteria? Somewhere, a Nike executive is undoubtedly celebrating his good fortune, likely elevating himself into a whole new tax bracket with this unexpected demand.
Finally here! Got it! All right.
In a matter of hours, every last jersey had disappeared, completely wiped out. Poof! The economy might be faltering and rent prices on the rise, but there was still plenty of cash for a Sophie Fever jersey. Suddenly, individuals who had never tuned in to a WNBA game identified as fervent Indiana Fever supporters. "I've always been a fan," insists the guy who mistakenly believes Tamika Catchings is merely a type of fishing tackle. What a twist in fan enthusiasm.
And it still says low stock, one item left. One item left, y'all. Sophie Cunningham just showed up in Indy. Hasn't played a game yet. And that commenter wasn't lying.
Meanwhile, the true Fever fans sat in disbelief, wondering where all these new supporters were last season. Back then, the team struggled to fill the lower bowl of the arena, yet now jerseys were flying off the shelves like they were tickets to a Beyoncé concert. One unfortunate guy simply wanted to replace his old Tamika jersey, only to find himself in a bidding war against a 14-year-old wielding dad's credit card and an influencer eager to show off on TikTok. Let's talk about the absurdity of it all. The moment Sophie donned that jersey, it was as if the stock market had a seismic shift. Suddenly, scalpers were listing those jerseys on eBay for prices comparable to a down payment on a car. Some guy probably thought he could buy 6 jerseys and flip them for a profit, only to discover that teenage fans would track him down if he dared to resell even one. The WNBA has officially entered its sneakerhead era, and we can't overlook the panic among those who missed out. Twitter, yes, Twitter, was inundated with dramatic outcries from grown adults sobbing in the comments. "How did it sell out so quickly?" they wailed, as if bots and hype culture haven't already wreaked havoc on everything from PlayStation 5s to Stanley Cups. One person even suggested waiting for a restock, as if they didn't know that a restock means another chaotic frenzy.
To be honest, I learned so much out in Phoenix. I was really blessed to have some really great teammates. You get to learn from the GOAT, Diana Taurasi. You've had a lot of people going in and out of that program. They've won championships. And so there's just a lot to learn. And I think that when this opportunity came about, when I first heard about it, I was so excited. Like I just knew that it was my time to get outside my comfort zone. The style of play that you guys are playing here, that Stephanie is going to bring here, it's run and gun.
In a corner of Indiana, a stressed-out staff member is indulging in some comfort food as their supply chain grapples with the unexpected demand for Sophie Fever merchandise. The mood at Nike is almost comical. They're acting as if they were blindsided, but how could they not see this coming? It's hard to believe their factories aren't working around the clock, churning out jerseys at unprecedented rates. Instead, they might be busy devising creative ways to monetize this craze. Perhaps a limited edition Sophie jersey, or one with a striking gold trim, pushing the boundaries of capitalism. One undeniable fact remains. Sophie has elevated the Indiana Fever jersey into a must-have fashion item of the season. Somewhere, a designer in Paris is diligently taking notes, while the WNBA solidifies its presence in mainstream culture. All it took was one extraordinary player to make waves, leaving even Larry Bird shaking his head in disbelief.
But for me, I'm excited to be closer to home. I'm excited to deep dive into the community of Indiana. I've already met a lot of really cool people. I'm excited to inspire the next generation of young boys and girls around here, get to know the community more. But I promise you that I'm just ready to
Indiana Fever fans are a force to be reckoned with. While other WNBA fan bases are still deliberating about attending games, Fever supporters have already snatched up tickets, jerseys, caps, and even life-sized cardboard cutouts of Caitlin Clark to display in their homes. It feels like Black Friday every time tickets are released, except instead of fighting over appliances, fans are eager to share a moment with their rookie phenomenon. In contrast, the atmosphere in Chicago tells a different story. You'd expect Angel McCaughtry's return to have Sky fans flocking to the box office like it's a Beyoncé concert, but that's not the case. It turns out selling tickets involves more than just good vibes and social media buzz. While Fever fans are selling out preseason games in mere minutes, Chicago's front office is left scratching their heads, trying to understand why half their arena remains empty.
That the Chicago Sky were also playing the Brazilian national team at LSU. Oh my goodness. Oh, hell.
It appears that Chicago's arena is hosting a silent retreat, while Indiana Fever fans are in a league of their own. When it comes to merchandise, Fever supporters will put Caitlin Clark's name on just about anything: t-shirts, hoodies, baby onesies, coffee mugs, and likely even car decals. There's probably a Fever fan out there proudly driving a custom-wrapped Caitlin Clark-themed Honda Civic, and honestly, that deserves respect. Meanwhile, Sky fans are still left asking, wait, when does the season start? As their team's merchandise gathers dust in a warehouse. To be fair, it's not entirely Chicago's fault. Fever fans are conducting a masterclass in fan engagement. They act as if their team has already secured 3 championships and established a dynasty. Good for them. Confidence is crucial. They know you don't wait for greatness to arrive. You embrace it from day one. Other fan bases could certainly learn a thing or two from this approach.
Of course, if you're a real sports fan, sometimes it makes it a little bit harder to celebrate some players because your love for other players. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Steph Curry, LeBron James, it don't matter what side of the fence you fall on. You're going to hate on one and you're going to love the other, but you got to give credit where credit is due. The Caitlin Clark effect is a real...
Sophie Cunningham isn't just a tough competitor. She plays basketball as if she's collecting debts. Her opponents can expect a mix of elbows, shoulder checks, and enough trash talk to make a sailor blush. Cunningham's approach is anything but discreet, and it's certainly not for the faint-hearted. Each game serves as a reminder that she's not merely playing, she's making a statement. Her defensive skills are nothing short of legendary. She doesn't just guard opponents, she punishes them. The message is crystal clear. Those attempting to drive to the hoop should brace themselves for a full contact experience. If they're fortunate, they might walk away with only a bruised ego. Now, throw Caitlin Clark into the mix, the sharpshooter with range that rivals a sniper. And you've got a formidable duo. Clark's ability to shoot from deep is so deadly, it forces defenders to rethink their strategies entirely. When she takes a three-pointer, it's more than a shot. It's a challenge to the entire team's game plan. Defenders scramble to react, but it's like trying to catch lightning. One moment's distraction, and the ball is in the net. Clark's shooting isn't merely a skill, it's a true art form, and each time she releases the ball, it's a masterpiece in motion.
Indiana Fever. We definitely want to see more, but I do like what I'm seeing. It seems like for the most part, just in general, and this was the same vibe that I got with Aaliyah's workout, it just seems like the two are having fun. Sophie seems to be so grateful and so happy that she did sign with the Indiana Fever, and she expressed that in some of these interviews.
Cunningham and Clark have emerged as a powerful duo ready to revolutionize the WNBA landscape. The Indiana Fever can no longer be dismissed. They have evolved into a formidable force that opponents can't afford to underestimate. With Cunningham's raw power and Clark's sharp shooting skills, the Fever possess an advantage that has the entire league taking notice. Their gameplay is a whirlwind, fast-paced, fierce, and unyielding. It's basketball with a bold attitude, and if rivals don't bring their A-game, they risk humiliation. Critics, previously certain of their predictions, are now on the defensive. They once mocked Indiana, thinking they were years away from being a legitimate contender. They had their jests, memes, and doubts about the Fever's potential as a serious threat in the WNBA. However, as they witness Cunningham and Clark wreak havoc on the court, those same doubters are rushing to the Fever's online store, eager to grab some merch before it's all sold out. It's too late. The bandwagon has left the station, filled with enthusiastic fans ready to support their team. The landscape is shifting, and the Indiana Fever are claiming their place in the spotlight.
One of them two will not be here next year, bro. And we just got to mentally get prepared for that. But until then, we're going to root for the team, get ready to watch them put the beats on a lot of these ladies in the WNBA until that time comes. It's just like I stated, one of those two is not going to be here next year, bro. And they got all the pieces that they need to have to win a championship this year. No question. I believe they can get it done. It's going to be a battle, you know, because you quite essentially put a bunch of ladies together that's never played with each other. I don't see it being bad to where, you know what I'm saying, like somebody's going to be more ball dominant than the other. I think the ball should stay in Caitlin Clark's hands.
Indiana is not just assembling a team, they're igniting a movement. Fever fans are turning out in droves, drawn not only by the games, but by the vibrant culture surrounding the team. Their support goes far beyond casual cheers from the stands. It's a cohesive community dedicated to their success. While other fan bases might show up with posters and catchy slogans, Indiana fans exude an unparalleled passion and attitude that sets them apart as a gold standard for true fandom. These supporters are not just casual attendees. They are wholeheartedly invested in the Fever's journey. They don their team colors with immense pride, raise their voices in excitement, and stand ready to defend their players at every opportunity. The Fever's fan base embodies intensity, making every game feel like a long-awaited moment. When the Fever triumph, it's more than just a number on a scoreboard. It's a monumental victory for the entire state, and the pride among fans is palpable. While other teams may have supporters who are content with occasional wins or mediocrity, Indiana Fever fans are unyielding in their aspirations. They are hungry for greatness and expect nothing less than a championship. With dynamic players like Cunningham and Clark leading the charge, they are poised to get exactly what they've been longing for. So here's to the Fever, the team, the loyal fans, and the movement they represent. No longer seen as underdogs, they are now a formidable force in the WNBA, injecting excitement and energy into the league and raising the bar for what it means to be a fan.
Firstly, she's unapologetically complimentary of Caitlin, and I do love that, and that should be just a normal thing. If anybody is playing at a high level, you would be complimentary of them, but as we've seen, there has just been this push and pull between media, between fans, between certain players that we saw all last season. I am so optimistic that this season in the WNBA is going to be so much less drama. I am so optimistic about that, and I hope that everyone has turned a corner, and the jealousy and different things that we saw last season, we won't see this.
Welcome to a new era of the WNBA. It's time to either jump on board or start crafting your excuses, because Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham are not just here to win. They're here to make their dominance known. What does this mean for the Fever? Expect plenty of excitement and drama, as Indiana, led by Clark, just turned up the volume. The Cunningham and Clark experience has officially landed, and the rest of the WNBA better be ready. Buckle up, because this duo is set to shake things up and redefine what it means to compete at the highest level. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.